It's book haul time, besties. It's been a minute since I've done a huge book haul, and this is what we got. We're gonna rapid fire them. My bookish hot take is that I'm fucking exhausted of seeing the same popular book talk books rotated around the last 2 years. One of my goals this year is to just read more indie books and uplift more indie authors and just lesser known authors and books. That being said, this book haul is mostly filled with books that you probably haven't seen or heard that much of before, with a few popular ones sprinkled in there, like I'm sure y'all know what this one is. First up, we have The Midnight Throne. This is a romantasy, and it's the first in the Heir of Time series. This is filled with prophecies, forced proximities, fae, seers, witches, gods, Norse mythology, and a love triangle. It's on KU, and it sits at 336 pages in length. Dawn of Starlight, which is book 2, comes out soon. I believe the end of March. Next up is A Dawn So Dark. This is like a romantasy with wide shoes, vampires, runaway princess kind of thing. I'm reading it right now on KU and I'm absolutely loving it. Honestly, the dedication on this one is what really sold me. It's a little Vampire Diaries reference. The dedication says, all the girls who wished Elena Gilbert had picked both brothers. I'm here to make that dream come true. I am having a time reading this, so much fun, and it's only 292 pages, so less than 300. Under His Command, this is a dark military romance with lots of schminks in it. Shy girl and army commander, secret society, insta love, possessive MMC, and it's under 200 pages and on KU. Next up is The Goddess of. Honestly, this cover sold me alone. This is a dark urban fantasy romance. It's book 1 in the Fragile Divine series. Honestly too, the little blurb on the back kind of sold me. It says, no gods or curses will keep them from each other. Right up my alley. That is my book taste. Give it to me. Mental health rep, star-crossed lovers, meddling god, dual timelines, and older main characters. 406 pages long, on KU, and book 2 is coming out in March. Lies of Lena. I've been seeing this one start to float around a little bit more so recently. It's a fantasy romance with forbidden love, forced proximity, dual povs, and magic and war. This is book 1 in the series, and it's 464 pages long, and it's on KU. Book 2 is out already. It's called The Sins of Silas. A Flame Under the Moon. This is a dark romantasy with the captor/captive vibes, banter, a morally gray couple, female rage, and found family. On KU, and it sits at 471 pages in length. This same author is releasing a new book, I think at the end of February, and it's called The Last Ride of the Umbra Fae, and it's a Western romantasy, so it's got outlaws, cowboys, fae, a shadow mommy. It sounds so good. It's literally combining my love of cowboy romance and my love of romantasy and smushing them together. And it sounds very interesting to me. Then we have the Dread series. We have the Dread Descendant and the Dread Prince. These are new adult fantasies that are marketed for the Slytherins. Dark academia, dark magic, academic rivals, so rivals to lover kind of vibe. Ancient prophecies, sign me up. And there's a magic castle that was inspired by Hogwarts. And it's a win-win because they both are also on KU. Then I got the first 2 full-length books in the Crimson Ridge series and their novella. We have Chasing the Wild, Braving the Storm, and Bouquets and Buckles. From what I can gather, these are kind of a more taboo and slightly darker-ish take on cowboy romances. First one is Ex's dad, the second one is adopted uncle, and then this novella is best friend's dad. Book 3 is called Taming the Heart, and I believe it comes out this spring, and it's gonna be married, boss, and employee. And you're in luck because all of these are on KU. Next up is The Playboy. Some of my besties went in and gifted me this for Valentine's Day. I think this is a more popular one, but I personally haven't seen or heard of this author, but it does sound super freaking good. Spicy billionaire romance with the grumpy sunshine tropes and one night stand. 356 pages long, and it's also on KU, and Target has some of the sprayed edges too. Ravage. This is a dark paranormal wide shoes romance. Spice, plot twist, found family, second chances, possessive MMCs, betrayals, touch her, and there are currently 2 books out, with the 3rd coming February 20th, with 2 more books to follow after that. You can also read it on KU, and it's 467 pages long. I received this fun copy from the Nerd Fam, so thank you so much for this gifted book. A Court Bright and Broken. I'm so hyped to read this one. This is a fae fantasy romance with the he falls first and harder trope. There's yearning, there's banter, secret identity, Cinderella vibes, one bed, slow burn, forced proximity. Literally all of my favorite tropes are in this. Releases on Friday, which is Valentine's Day, and I'm so freaking excited to pick it up soon. It's length is 384 pages, and I also got this sent to me from the Nerd Fam as well, so thank you so much again for this gifted book. Getting into the more popular ones for the last few, but we have Deep End. These edges are so freaking fun. This is a romance that just came out between a competitive diver and an ace swimmer. Kind of got like that fling into something more kind of vibes going on. I'm currently listening to this and I'm actually really enjoying it. This is only my second ever Ali Hazelwood book, so I feel like I'm just kind of still getting my feel for like her writing. Last but not least, Scythe and Sparrow. This one was just released. It's book 3 in the Ruinous Love trilogy, so it follows like Butcher and Blackbird, Leather and Lark. They're all dark rom-coms. I feel like you can read them as standalones, but I highly recommend going in order because it's just gonna be so much better of an experience for you. Small Town, Friends with Benefits, Fish Out of Water, Forced Proximity. This one sits at 379 pages in length. I think I definitely have enough reading material for the next couple of months. What do y'all think?